your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Scorigami. Do you know what a scorigami is in the NFL? Jeff knows.
A score that we've never had before?
Yes, absolutely. Very good. Very good. Very good.
There aren't many left that are possible.
There was one on Sunday.
There was one on Sunday?
Yeah. There was one on Sunday between the Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 36-29 has never happened in the history of the NFL until Sunday. That's when, after the Texans returned the ball for a last-second score and declined to go for the extra point, we had the NFL scorigami for the third time this year. It's the 1,094th unique score in NFL history. The Bills' Week 1 victory, 41-40, was a scorigami. And the tie between the Cowboys and the Packers was a scorigami as well. So there you go. If you need a conversation starter for any of your conversations today, you can, or maybe an ender. I'll end with this. Maybe like that. That'd be good for you. I'll end with this, and then you just walk away, as opposed to starting a conversation. That way you can end them.
I don't think I've ever used that term. I don't think I'll ever say I'll end with this, unless I'm giving a speech or something, maybe.
Yeah.
I think at the point where I'm having to say a sentence to say I'll end with this, I'll just walk away.
You just walk away. I'll just walk away.
It'll look like this. I will end with this. Poof.
Although, I mean, does it work that way? Like if I say I'll end with this, that the other person can't say something back to continue this conversation? Is there a rule that comes with that?
Possibly. I mean,
you should try that with the lucky lady.
I'll end with this.
I'll end with this.
She might say that.
She might take him up on that offer. I don't know that we do that.
Take me up on that offer. I'll end with this.
Yes, it'll be the end for you after that. For me.
Yeah. Boy.
I'm really comfortable with you giving that a try.
I'll end with this. I'll end with this. Yeah. I'm a little bit on the struggle bus. I need to do a better job of listening. I'm so.
3 years running. We got a fourth one coming up soon.
I tell her, I said, I'm so focused. I'm not. It's not that I'm not. I can't. She thinks my hearing is going bad. I said, it's not that my hearing is going bad. I'm so intently focused that I'm not doing a very good job of paying attention. It's not that my hearing is going bad.
Because I think Chuck's right here. What we need to do is get the lucky lady some pinhole glasses and have her put those on for a little bit so she can see the world through Chuck's eyes. Because if it's not seen through that little pinhole, it doesn't exist. And you can't see sound, so he was already at a disadvantage there. It's not that he's can't hear or that he's just, if it doesn't exist in this itty-bitty little world he's looking through, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And he's not the only one with this issue. I'm not picking on Chuck here, but that may help you. You may offer that.
Feels like you're picking on Chuck.
I'm not. No, he's not the only person that's like this.
Let's see. Dear Chuck, sorry for oversleeping. Check the mug shots, and I'm not there. Y'all can start the show. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Here is a football question, Jamie. I don't know if y'all can make me feel better or not. Can we win these last two with Mitch Griffiths as quarterback?
Yes. Have you seen our defense play?
There's no question. I mean, you want to. I mean, look at what happened in the Monday night game last night. What was it, 10-7? The Eagles winning over the Packers. I mean, defense can win.
They're even allowed to score.
Yeah.
Do I think it's possible that you could win these next two games using your third string quarterback? Yes, I think it's possible, and yes, I think what factors in is what you guys are talking about, is that you have a really good defense. Do I think it's the right thing to do to start Mitch Griffiths and assume you can win a 3-point game and put your playoff hopes on the line and Big 12 championship hopes on the line for a third-string quarterback? I think that would be really, really dumb. Unless you know Baron Morton cannot play. You would not do that.
Yeah.
You would not do that. Now, do you get a lead that you're comfortable with, and do you take Baron Morton out of the game? Absolutely. Do you call the plays accordingly to make sure that you're not putting any extra chances, or do your best to make sure? Because you can't. It's a football game. You don't know what's going to happen, right? And you do your best to call plays that keeps him from taking a pounding? Yes, you do. Do you talk to Baron about Baron? I don't care if it's 3rd and long and we're not going to continue the drive or whatever. Throw the ball away. It's not worth it at times. Don't get yourself hit and rolled up on and all the above. Yeah, do you do all of those things? Yes. But I, in no way, shape, or form, unless Baron Morton cannot play, do I think that you should start Mitch Griffiths and expect to play him the whole game, the next 2 games.
And I don't know what the cure is for if indeed his leg is fractured or minor fracture or a mini fracture or whatever. A fracture is a fracture, right? So I don't know if it's rest or. I had a friend of mine ask me last night, can't they just put a screw in it? I go, what's still? I don't know. I don't know what
put a screw in your ankle. Are you able to play in 5 days?
Or in your fibula or wherever, yeah.
Or wherever it is, your shin, your whatever. Are you able to play in 5? I wouldn't guess so.
I wouldn't either. And and
we haven't yet invented bone glue.
Yeah.
That's what we would need.
Yeah, and the other thing is
duct tape maybe. I mean, I see a lot of cars rolling around Lubbock in 100-mile-an-hour tape. Probably Barron would probably only need like 18-mile-an-hour tape.
Yeah. I do wonder, like, if he didn't play this week, you'd have this week and then the next week, to rest him up a little bit. I mean, you do have a bye week next week. I do think you're going to need him against West Virginia. I feel like that they're playing much better football.
They are. Plus, it's a road game. All of the above. I don't think UCF's a terrible football team either.
I'm with what you're putting down, Jimmy.
You play in Baron Morton until you're comfortable in that game.
Yeah. And people have asked, what about Saturday's game? When we talked about this yesterday, it was like, okay, when were you comfortable? When it was about 7 minutes to go, or
when there were 3 zeros on the scoreboard.
Yeah, right. Because they
I wasn't comfortable after 26-7. I didn't think that was the right time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Time for this day in sports history. Today is November 11th, 2025. Here's Jeff McGuire with this day in sports history.
I thought you could do it the other way.
11/11/2025.
No, it's the 11th day.
I was saving that for you.
I thought that's the way you were going to start us off.
I was saving that. I'm saving that for you because that's you do that.
Well, yeah, but this is like the one day that makes the most sense to do.
The 11th day of the 11th month, 2025. Here's Jeff McGuire.
1943. New York Yankees pitcher Spud Chandler wins the AL MVP. St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Stan Musial wins the National League MVP. Okay. 1960. Record New York Knicks crowd for the 3rd Madison Square Garden venue on 49th Street in New York City. 18,499 people see the Knicks beat the Syracuse Nationals 112-108.
The Nats.
Fast forward to 1981. Major League Baseball's Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Fernando Valenzuela becomes the first Major League Baseball rookie to win a Cy Young Award. Milwaukee Brewers' Raleigh Fingers takes the AL award. 2017. Kiki Kuti had Texas Tech's first game opening kickoff return for a touchdown since 1973. And the Red Raiders went on to end a 4-game losing streak with a 38-24 win over Baylor.
I wonder what he's up to these days.
Being awesome.
I always liked him.
Mm-hmm. I think he's coaching.
You think he's coaching?
I think he's coaching.
Okay.
I think he was an assistant coach with the Texans for a little bit after his career ended. I think that's right. And on this day, In 2023, Gino Garcia hit a game-winning 30-yard field goal with 3 seconds to play, and Texas Tech upset number 19 Kansas 16-13. The Tech defense held KU to less than half of their season average of points on the road. It's always weird to say this. Every year I say this because we're never here on the day that it would make sense to say this. It's National Sunday Day.
Okay.
But
Just
it's
pick one?
Tuesday.
Pick one?
No. You have to, somebody else has to pick it for you.
Okay. Well, you always do that to me. I'll say it's Donut Day, and you'll say Donut Day. Pick one, anyone. Sandwich Day. Pick one,
right.
anyone. And then I say,
you ask
one?
the same question, you get the same answer. So I gave you a different answer.
Yeah.
Looking for a different solution.
Okay.
I'll take strawberry.
Demi Moore, 63 today. Stanley Tucci is 65. And Clarissa Flockhart is 61.
Who?
Clarissa Flockhart.
Oh, Clarissa.
61.
Okay, thank you.
And on this...
Now who is that? You were like, oh.
She's an actress.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good enough. I'm counting it.
And on this day in 1918, as we alluded to earlier, at the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, the Great War comes to an end. Unfortunately, the peace treaty that was officially ended what would become eventually known as World War I. The Treaty of Versailles of 1919 forced punitive terms onto Germany that destabilized Europe and laid the groundwork for what would soon be becoming known as World War II. And that is this day in sports history.
This day in sports history. Thank you.
Worst document ever. Treaty of Versailles.
Okay. Worst document ever. All right. Just looking for any kind of what is he doing now? I don't see anything on Kiki Kuti now. In terms of what he's doing. Somebody brings us attention to it. I had not seen these comments until just now. Has the article with Kirk Herbstreit's extremely kind words about Lubbock and West Texas been mentioned? No. Quite a nice plug from someone who has been all over. He was on a podcast yesterday with Joey Galloway, okay, and talked about the hospitality here. And he talked about Texas Tech. First, he said, Texas Tech looked very complete, like they've looked all year. We wondered how they would still look complete, ability to run, ability to throw it, ability to play defense, special teams, and they did. And then, so after he praised the play on the field, he talked about Lubbock. He said, by the way, the hospitality in Lubbock, Texas. I don't know if you've ever been to West Texas, the nicest human beings on the face of the earth, collectively, no matter where you went. It's just gratitude and appreciation for the football team they have, for the coach that they have, for game day being there. They're just high on life, Jamie. Just happy, proud of where they're from, and it came across everywhere we went. And then he said about the students, if you're looking to get me to pick up on where America is right now, head down to Lubbock, Texas. If you need a weekend to just feel good about red, white, and blue in America, they care about their families, they care about their country, they care about the state of Texas, they care about football. So how about that? That's very nice of him, and all very true. So that's cool. I mean, we get grouchy every once in a while, get out of sorts, but by and large, we're a pretty good group, I think.
Yeah, it's funny how what winning does for you, right?
right. Sure does.
Yes. Everybody's happy right now.
Right. That's exactly right. I mean, winning cures all ills, doesn't it? It sure does. Mm-hmm. It seems to. You hope that.
I don't know that we had a lot of ills to begin with, but it sure is fun to win.
Well, yeah, it does. Well, I don't know that we had a lot of ills, but but it does. It cures all ills. No question about it. So,
had you lost to BYU, all we would be talking about this week is the ineptitude of the red zone offense going 0 for 5 with your 5 field goals if we had lost.
Yeah.
But because Tech won, we are celebrating our kicker of the week.
Yeah.
I did wonder that Saturday morning, like, what is this going to be like for the fan base if we don't find a way to win this game? Mm-hmm. Long before the game ever started, I wondered that question to myself, and luckily I didn't have to find out.
Yeah. According to AI, Kiki Kuti signed with the DC Defenders in early 2024. That's the last known whereabouts of Mr. Kuti. I'm sure he's somewhere, probably maybe doing well, maybe getting ready for his next adventure. Who knows? But we shall see. 6:53 this morning here on the Morning Drive. We'll have Red Raider basketball on the air for you tonight. They take on the Fighting Illini of Illinois. They'll get to see the TJ Shannon banner hanging there at that arena.
Exciting.
It's exciting.
There's nobody on this. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody on this team that played with him, right?
I don't think so. No.
So there's not even anybody going up, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, there's a lot of new faces this year.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
That goes into part of it.
Over the last couple of years. But, surely somebody on that, support staff was there when TJ was there.
I don't know about that either.
Maybe not.
Those guys trade out pretty quick, too.
Right. David says this, glad they don't read the chat line after a close loss. Yes.
I'm glad they don't read the chat line during the game.
Right.
Yeah, even during the wins.
Yeah. Goodness, sometimes we get a little chippy. No doubt about it. Right.
A little?
A little.
That's like saying the Grand Canyon is a little hole in the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I follow it for the road games, the home games. It's hard to because the cell service in the stadium is still it's wonky from time to time, depending how many people are in
60,000 people will do that to you.
Yeah, there's no question, no matter where you go.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
High school fan zone tonight, 6 to 7 on 100.7 The Score. Coaches from Monterey and Coronado. We'll have Monterey playoff football later on in the week. They take on El Paso Americas on the road there. That'll be at 6:30 on 93.7 The Eagle on Thursday. Also on Thursday, we'll have Liberty and Monahans from Andrews, and that'll be at 1:30 on 100.7 The Score. Friendship will be in action as well. They'll be playing on Thursday night at 6:30. And we'll have that game for you, too, on Sunny 97.7 because, that's Friday. If I said Thursday, I meant Friday. Friday for Liberty and Monahans and Friday for Friendship and El Paso.
Americas.
Eastwood.
Oh, that's right.
And Monterey is El Paso Americas. Friendship's going to be on Sunny 97.7. No?
Yeah.
Okay. You're shaking your head.
Oh, I'm shaking my head at Jeff's handwriting.
Yeah, right.
Just
never said it was good. Never once.
But is it okay if we ask that you
That's it. That's
make it readable? Is that okay?
That's it. That's what I got.
I know because I see it other times and it's good.
El Paso Americas.
I have limitations.
It's legible.
You are seeing my limitations.
So we'll have 3 high school playoff games for you on the air on Friday. And we'll have Lubbock Cooper. They play at El Paso del Valle. Man, we actually just need to take up residency there in El Paso.
Yeah, a lot of Lubbock folks going to be heading that direction on Friday.
I'll pass. I'll stay here.
Oh. Yeah, so
I'll let somebody else go to El Paso. I will just paso.
So Lubbock Cooper will play on 100.7 The Score on Thursday, and then Liberty on 100.7 The Score on Friday afternoon, and then the rest of it, like I said, we'll have the West Texas Friday night scoreboard show on the air for you as well after the games, and then Saturday it's full complement. Saturday morning quarterback. We have the football game. We have Optimum Game Day Live. We have post game. So hopefully everything just go according to Hoyle. But I do think, and you talked about this a little bit yesterday, Jamie, and here's Coach McGuire. He's going to talk about getting to what is next after last week. In other words, trap game, letdown, all that kind of stuff.
The big deal that we talked about yesterday is getting to what's next. I even said, there's different times, and I've been a part of this at different places, like you're almost waiting, okay, you have such a huge game and the momentum and the emotional is so high, do you have a letdown? And my job is to make sure that we don't have a letdown. I think I have great leaders in that locker room that will help me do that. We will have a great practice plan and game plan for UCF. They're playing, again, y'all saw it, they should have beat Houston. And so they're playing really well. They've got some good running backs. They've got a defense that, if you look at the numbers, one of the top, I think they're number 3 or number 4 in the conference defensively. Probably the best 2 edge rushers that we faced all year long. 51 and 9, and then, they're deep in the D line. And so it's going to be a great game. I'm glad it's at home. I'm glad it's a 2:30 kick.
And he's glad he's 9-1 on the season. But I do think that, it'll be interesting to see the difference in what's going on around the stadium. The game's at 2:30, and so they'll still be. I would hope that you got a full house, that you got students that are not necessarily going to be camping all week to get a spot in line, but hopefully they'll be there and as rambunctious as they were for BYU and the rest of the townies as well.
Yeah, if you're expecting to have the same amount of energy in the stadium this weekend as you had last weekend, I think you're lying to yourself.
I'm not.
There's going to be a bit of a letdown. Now, does that mean that the stadium's going to be only 3/4 empty? No, heck no. I still expect it to be full or close to being full, but there's just not going to be the electricity in the air.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge for Coach McGuire, making sure that his guys are just as focused as they were a week ago, and they are just as, dedicated to being ready for the challenge that's in front of them as they were a week ago. So, you're not going to step out of your house anywhere across Lubbock and feel the electricity like you did last week.
Yeah.
That's just not realistic.
Yeah.
So, that's what makes those moments like last weekend so incredibly fun. But again, I still expect it to be packed or close to packed, and I still expect the students to be there and be excited and all the above. And so it's just it's kind of sad. It would have been better if we had the road game this week and then the home game
to finish up.
Yeah. Everybody kind of needs to catch up on sleep and everything.
Sure, energy and all that kind of stuff.
After last week.
Yeah, I wonder how you. It almost kind of reminds me of. A Baylor game. I guess it's the Baylor game. Did we play Baylor after Oklahoma in 2008?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's going to be like that.
It doesn't, but
Two different situations.
No, I know 2 different situations, but it just the letdown of the I don't think it's going to be anywhere near that, but that's the closest I can come to from what's from just my current recollection, in terms of walking in the stadium going, okay, we got a lot to play for on Saturday, obviously, because you're still trying to get into the Big 12 championship game and host a playoff game or get yourself into a bye situation. You got plenty to play for.
You lose the right to play in the Big 12 championship game if you lose one of these next 2 games. So the team knows that. The fans know that. I just think it's going to be hard to have the same electricity and energy from the fans that you had last time out. It just feels a little bit different.
Even the horse was, I don't know if they used horse A or horse B, because my understanding is they've got one horse that's, warm and friendly but doesn't run as fast, and then one horse that, maybe not as friendly around people, but flies like the wind. And it looked like we had flies like the wind last Saturday, because that thing shot out of the gate. I think that thing could have won the Kentucky Derby as fast as that horse ran on Saturday. He kind of jumped the mark a little bit, but I looked up and I went, shoot, man, that guy's at the 50-yard line. And it was no Shetland pony that was running on Saturday. That Master Rider, she was holding on for all she had. And that horse was, it was down to the end zone before you could say, whoa, Nelly, because it was there.
That whole horsepower thing coming out.
It had some real horsepower. Had real horsepower.
That's the kind of analysis you can only get right here
on the morning drive. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, find that somewhere. I dare you.
7:23. If I said Tuesday, I meant Sunday. If I said August, I meant February. Okay, that's
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, checks out.
Confused.
When Chuck was talking about Wednesday and Thursday,
I was kind of got confused on what day it was on the board up there with regard to the high school stuff. I think we got BYU's best shot. Don't think we got the best game from Utah. Okay.
And probably part of that thought process is that Devin, I almost called him Eric, that Devin Dampier was we found out after the game banged up a little bit.
Not completely healthy.
Yeah.
If Cincy and Texas Tech went out and ended up tied, I was assuming the highest ranked team would get home in the CCG, whatever that means.
Conference championship game.
Okay. Conference championship
here's
game.
the good news, Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's Tech and Cincinnati and they both win out, either side, your colors will be right.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Nobody will know that you're in the middle of the Cincinnati section wearing your black and red.
The whole goal was to get to the Big 12 championship game and see what you can do beyond that, because we've never been there before. That's goal number one. There's other goals as well. I mean, obviously, college football playoff, win the whole damn thing. I got it. 7:24 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Did you not apply your Lowry Field home/visitor logic when the lucky lady asked? I thought you had this down, Chuck. Again,
I feel like that guy's being facetious, Chuck.
A little bit. A little sarcasm there.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3, presented today by someone not named Jamie, is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
Alrighty, guys, giving Jamie a day off on the question. It is safe to say, if I were to say Texas Tech will win the next two games because of their defense, we would all agree with that, right?
Sure.
Possibly.
Well, you have just blind looking right now. If we had to guess, it would be the defense.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, the question I'm asking today has an infinite number of answers, but I'm looking for the lowest answer that you are comfortable with saying.
Kind of a scoregami kind of deal here.
Kind of. How many points does the offense need to score for the Red Raider football team to go 2-0 in the next 2 weeks? What's your magic number?
My magic number. 27.
27.
27.
So like a 17-point win, a 17-game and a 10-point game, you think would be enough to win the next two games?
Yeah. I don't know that I would feel like really comfortable watching that or listening to that, but I think that your defense has shown that they can get off the field.
I think you could probably win. Wouldn't be comfortable. I think you could probably win against UCF scoring 20 points. I would be surprised if they got to 20. And then against West Virginia on the road, that's an offense that seems to be kind of finding its footing a little bit. I'd say you need to be closer to 25 to make me comfortable. So 45 points.
I'm in the neighborhood of Jamie. I'm a little lower than that. I just don't see this defense, with what you have left on the schedule, giving up 40 points combined.
Do you know what you've given up on average in Big 12 play?
Yeah, and the offenses that you're facing and who you have faced already and absolutely dominated. One of these is at home. One of these is on the road. That makes a little bit of a difference, but it balances out. for me. So if your offense can score 42 points, so win 21-21, have 21 twice and 20, giving your defense 20, you walk away with 2 1-point wins. I'm asking the offense to score 3 touchdowns a game the next 2 games.
See,
that locks in the wins for me.
So here's what I'm counting on, what you really can't count on. First of all, your defense
You didn't get 3 touchdowns this week.
Yeah, first of all, your defense is averaging giving up 13 points in Big 12 play. I think your defense is also going to score in the next couple of weeks. So you asked about the offense. The offense, if the offense scores, between 27 and 35 points in the next 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure your defense is going to score somewhere around 14 to 21 points next couple of weeks.
You're pretty sure.
Well, I mean, I feel good about it. How about this? I feel good about it. I feel good about your defense scoring in the next couple of weeks, or certainly putting you in a position where you're in the red zone, where even if your offense stalls, Stone Harrington can go out there and kick a field goal.
I'll take the bet. 2 or 3 scores over the next 2 games.
Yeah,
I'll take the bet, and if you lose, you have to take Jeff to lunch.
I take Jeff to lunch.
So if Chuck wins, what happens?
I'll pay for you guys to have lunch.
You don't want to join us. See, I think if I win, you should have to join us for lunch. That would be painful for you.
I'm not taking the bet.
He's got to work though. He has a job at lunch.
I play tennis at lunchtime. I don't want to eat lunch.
Hey,
yeah.
The world is my oyster, man. I can go to lunch whenever I want.
Oh, we're well aware.
I can go to lunch at 10:30 if I want to go to lunch at 10:30.
Well, when the alarm goes off at 4, sometimes lunchtime is 10:30.
Yeah, well, that's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, your confidence in that we're going to score 2 or 3 times on defense the next 2 weeks is
a couple times.
Is awesome.
I wouldn't be shocked by it though.
I mean, it happens. Yes, no doubt. I mean, it wouldn't shock me because your defense has been great, but to predict that you're going to score
a couple times,
2 to 3,
yeah,
in 2 games that's pretty bold.
Some numbers here from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. One person says 48. Juan M says at least 30 in each game for me. Oh, Juan, you don't need that many.
Well, he said, I mean, Jeff, I think part of Jeff's question was comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many points? Well, I was also looking for the lowest number.
Somebody else says 3 touchdowns or 7 field goals. You got the extra points for that, too, to make it 21?
Well, I was including the special teams.
I'm talking about this person.
I was
talking about this person.
Yeah. To me, this is because you got 2 different games, and what do I expect? I don't expect either one of them to score 20 against the Red Raiders. But that being said, I mean, in my prediction for West Virginia, I'm giving them the possibility of that they could have a good day, or we could have a slow day on the road, and they can get to 24 or something like that, or 23 against Tech. I can't see them scoring 35 against the Red Raiders unless you're just, I mean, there's multiple pick sixes or something. But, I just, again, I want to be comfortable, and that's why I, felt like 25 gave me a little space there. Yeah. The road game.
I think Barron's going to be done playing because of Texas Tech's choosing, not because he's injured by, midway through the third quarter, if not before. I think you're just going to get out there and beat the living daylights out of them, and take care of your business.
That would be great. That would be phenomenal. It feels like it would be. I'd be a little bit surprised if it happened before the start of the fourth, but if you really blew them out and it was,
if you're up 35-7 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter,
I'm not pulling him.
You're not comfortable at that point in time?
Not halfway through the third quarter, no.
35-7?
No.
Well, I am. I'm like, hey, Barron, go get yourself a Coke.
Get to the fourth quarter.
Go sit in the suite and have a hot dog with Mrs. McGuire.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. With Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire, I'm Chuck Heinz. First United Bank Studio is open today, and so is the Yates Flooring Center chat line, and so is the Visual Edge IT hotline. I have not asked you this question this week. And
usually, I'm excited about the start of baseball season.
Okay, yeah, we're what?
When it gets here, I'll be really excited.
December, January, February, 3 months and what, 2 days?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So we're like under 100 days.
Under 100 days for baseball. Okay, that's not what I was going to ask you. What I was going to ask you is, what's your confidence level for Saturday's game against UCF? Is it 95%?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I was going to go with.
Okay. I think that's a good number. I
don't think they're a terrible team, but I think you're just so much better.
Yeah, I mean, and I think now, the teams that you're playing that you have left in terms of the regular year, UCF and West Virginia, they're looking to be spoilers at this point, right?
I think that. Well, I think that yes is the answer to that, but at the same time, I don't think that's their only goal. I think what they're looking at right now, I think West Virginia is saying, hey, let's
get bowl eligible.
Let's continue to play well and see if we can get ourselves bowl eligible. And even if we don't, take some momentum towards, next season. And I think if you're UCF, you're definitely looking at trying to get bowl eligible. So I think that's their biggest thing right now. It's not about spoiling Texas Tech. It's about, hey, we want to win games so we can get to a bowl game.
And for UCF, they finish with at Texas Tech, at home against Oklahoma State, and then they go to Provo to take on BYU the Saturday after Thanksgiving, which is the 29th. For West Virginia, they're in the boat of, well, they've got 2 games left. They are
they're 4-6, so
yeah,
they've got to win out.
But they play this week, and then they're off in between. They're off the week of the 22nd, and then they play Texas Tech, so they have a bye week, just like us. Yeah. Their deal's tougher because they got to go to Arizona State. Oh, that's a former Rich Rod school there.
Ew.
And we're a former Rich Rod school too, for maybe a few hours, a few minutes.
I guess you could technically say that. Yeah.
Back in
hang on.
Oh, is he at Arizona?
No, him being here for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
When he didn't get hired.
Well,
he was going to be hired, and then he wasn't.
Then he decided not to be hired.
But that he was hired,
yeah.
And then not.
And then not. And then.
Yeah, it wasn't in Arizona, not Arizona State.
Maybe it's Arizona. Yeah, it's Arizona.
I think he coached at Arizona.
I think you're right about that. Let's let the facts get in the way of a good story, Jimmy.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. I think you're right on that. I think you're. As soon as I said that, I'm like, is that Arizona or is it Arizona State? And it'll be.
It was Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. He was there from 2012 to 2018. But he really belongs at West Virginia, doesn't he?
You'd have to ask him that.
I think he really belongs there. I mean, he was. I mean, that's his home. And
I assume it is now.
Yeah, it is now. I mean, but that's where his roots are, And he left his roots, and now he's rerouting himself. Okay. All right. I think the couple things here for Texas Tech football. Baron Morton sacked a number of times in the ball game. I think it was 4 times totaled. Coach McGuire yesterday talked about Baron being sacked in the first half and what happened.
Yeah, there's two of them that was on him, and it wasn't holding on the ball too long, but like there was two that there was no pressure and he escaped in pressure. So what starts happening, and this happens, we do the same thing with quarterbacks. If you know that a quarterback is going to have a certain way that he's going to move, then we're going to target that way, and almost push him into the pressure, and he'll be the first one to tell you. I mean, there's 2 of the 4 sacks that were directly on him, and you just got to, sometimes I think, if you go back over the years and you look at different quarterbacks, I mean, I think Patrick would tell you that, you're extending plays and you can extend plays and you almost have to extend plays. You don't have to extend plays with this team. You got to play the next snap. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't get hit because we got a defense. You don't have to put yourself in that harm's way because we're going to get the ball back to you.
I wonder how you change that mindset for a guy like Baron Morton, who's probably always kind of had the thought of, hey, if it's to be, it's up to me, so to speak. Not that everything is on him, but you're the quarterback, the most important position on the field. But now you have this defense that you don't have to score 28 points in a ball game to win. Maybe 21, but and I think that last point of, hey, don't get hit, throw the ball away.
Yeah, and you are in that situation with his health being so important at this point. Now, there were a couple of them that he took where he held the ball too long and it was on 3rd down. And I don't have a big issue with those on 3rd down because it's, if you throw the ball away, it's not live to play the next down. It's the drive is over, right? So you're going to hold it a little bit longer. And I know that's a possibility you're going to give up 5, 6, 7 yards of field position, but that's not normally, unless you're in field goal range, not that big of a deal. And that was the case with, I think the first 2 for Barron on Saturday was 3rd down, and so he's holding, trying to wait for somebody to come open, and they really never did. But the issue at hand here is not the field position. It's not about, hey, we need to continue drives. It's, dude, we got to have you healthy.
Yeah.
And so whether it's 3rd down and 75 or it's 1st and 10, don't be taking hits. Do not be taking hits. So any way you can avoid that is better in the long run for the team. So even if it means we have to stall on a drive, we need you in the game. And so I think that's what Coach is talking about there. And
even on those hits that aren't legal, but are inadvertent and become illegal, that could knock him out, with how probably tender that leg is. And I don't know if it's fragile or how fragile it is, but still, if it indeed does have a fractured fibula, you don't want it to be fully broken. And how easily could that happen?
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.